I'd normally be happy for a win, but my gosh. So yeah, the Eagles won today. It doesn't feel like they won, but they won. Uh, there's so much that I'm so upset about, but there was a lot of like good too. Like it does, eh, good stuff, Carson. Yeah, it does. Logic TV, thank you for just one perfectly describing how I feel because like I'm not even gonna lie, I'm not even mad at the boneheaded interception that went through in the second quarter in the end zone. I'm not even that mad about it, because it's stuff we expect from him. It's just the way he plays. 2017 him makes that play all the time. 2020 him not so much, and it was just not the greatest decision. Whatever, close game, but a win is a win. We need an OC big time on both of those. I agree. I'm happy that we won, of course. I don't ever want my team to lose. I'm not that kind of person, but like it felt like they were just asking to lose in the third quarter. I'm sorry, but just 3-and-out after 3-and-out, and then you let Daniel Jones run for 80 yards. Should have been an 88-yard touchdown. But thankfully the turf ghost got him on the 15 and he fell. But Jesus Christ, your heart was pumping. I haven't felt sorry if you hear people talking. People are talking around my house, but dude, I didn't even feel into it. Like I felt more into it versus the Rams versus the Steelers. Not so much here. I didn't get on the stream, even though I probably should have, because it was a really close game. It was a comeback that we actually came back and won, but something about it just didn't feel right. Like I know the Giants games are always like that. We always, especially last year's games, both of them we struggled against them a lot. One of those games we were down 17-3. We mounted that comeback, but man, something about today just didn't feel right. And I will say this. I feel terrible, absolutely terrible for Deshaun Jackson, because in the first quarter, he played really well, went quiet in the next two quarters, but then that injury in the fourth, bro, like that, he was gonna make it through the game. He was gonna be perfectly fine. He probably would have provided so much on that final drive, the final two drives. Dude got that knee. I don't know, man. That looked bad, but all in all, I gotta say this: Carson with these young guys. That I don't know what it is. But there's just something about him throwing to Travis Fulgham and Greg Ward, and even people like Richard Rodgers, that it just looks so perfect. It looks better than what I've seen with our starters. I don't understand. Yeah, I'll take the dub despite it being trash, right? Dude, I screamed my head off at the damn TV. Our play calling is terrible. Yeah. And again, someone says it a couple ways up there that we need to see. We really do. But on 2-point conversions with Hurts in the fourth quarter with 40 seconds left, Doug is big time. And I don't understand half of the 2-point conversion calls. Okay, I really don't. I targeted that all week against the Ravens during the after the Ravens game. That dude, you're gonna run read options with Hurts, it doesn't work, and then you're gonna run it with Wentz, and it doesn't even work anymore. And then you're gonna run all the 2-point conversion plays. We're running plays except for that final Wildcat, whatever it was, where Hurts was looking to run and then he wanted to throw. I don't know what that was. And another thing, what's going on with Jake Elliott? Straight up, what's going on with him? We know that in the past he's been better at the longer field goals, and the shorter field goals haven't been that great. But what's going on with Jake Elliott? He's missing everything now. He missed the big 50-something yarder against the he missed a field goal against the Steelers. He missed one against the Ravens. He's missing field goals all the time. Doug, play calling is trash, big time. Whoever does special teams needs to be fired. You don't put a 32-year-old to do punt returns in the league. No one does that. It was Deshaun Jackson, okay? I feel like that's the reason why. Deshaun Jackson is the punt returner all the time. At least he used to be. So how you doing, Cowboy X Factor? We're tied with you as of right now for first place again, kind of 2-4-1, 2-4. I mean, I don't know. Hopefully we sell at the trade deadline. We'll see. you feel sorry for Jackson. Jackson needs to just work on his mixtape. Yeah, I feel bad for him, but I think he knows it now. His time is done. A 29-yard field goal, and he missed it. A 29-yard field goal. Your guarantee almost got out of hand, but yeah. Oh, I know. No, and here's the thing. We've been through 6 weeks of football. I have never gotten an Eagles game correctly as far as what I've picked. I picked the Eagles to beat Washington. They lost. I picked them to beat the Rams. They lost. I picked them to lose to the Bengals. They tied. I picked them to lose to the 49ers. They won. I picked them to win against the Steelers. They lost. And then I also picked them to I picked them to lose against the Ravens. But either way, I've struggled picking them as far as wins and losses this year. This is the first time I got a win right, thankfully. Wentz coming in clutch again. Yeah, despite putting us in a hole early like he has done very so often. I no matter what, I still can't look over the fact that he has 12 turnovers, 10 interceptions, tied for the most in the league. Okay, I can't overlook that. He did great in the fourth quarter. I'll give him that. He looked great, but seriously, I can't just overlook that. That doesn't solve everything. That doesn't just nullify it, you know. Bro, you make no sense, Jackson. Not 26. Dude, even before he came to Philly, he was still returning punts with Tampa Bay and Washington. That's just one of the things that he's good at. That's just one of the things he's always done. So I don't know. They just threw him out there because they decided, let's see if he can do something compared to what Greg Ward could do. And the one time they put him out there, he got hurt. Wasn't the right decision, but I'm just saying. Not like I'm saying that it was a good decision or that they should have. They shouldn't have. They should keep Greg Ward out there or put somebody else out there, like a running back or something. But that tie could be what wins this division. I mean, no, a win could have won the division. That game being a win would win the division, but we couldn't win it. But yeah, I guess so. But oh man, there's so much. But Boston, that catch though, that throw and catch from Carson to Boston Scott, that was great. I can't deny that. Huntley, yeah, they should have Huntley doing more because he only got a couple of handoffs, but he looked good. I liked what I saw from him. Boston Scott, yeah, he stepped up. That catch, that was crazy clutch. That throw was perfect. And if it were somebody else like Travis Fulgham or any other wide receiver, that's on the money, easy touchdown. But that's 5'8" Travis Scott. He jumped for it, he caught it, and everything. It was great. Next week will be interesting, but it will not be the same without Dak Prescott. And I know the Cowboys play Washington this week after getting embarrassed by the Cardinals. Yeah, I don't know how that game's going to go. I honestly haven't made my picks video yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow, but I have the Cowboys losing that game. That's a little spoiler, but I have them losing it because I don't know. I mean, honestly, you can see anything can happen in these NFC East divisional games. I mean, I feel for the Giants fans. They were winning 21-10. Everything was going their way, and then all of a sudden, just 2 drives just took it away. Eagles made a critical stop, that fumble. Turnovers. They got 3 of them today. That's what won the game. I'm telling you, when we don't turn the ball over as much, say one time to the opposing team's 3, we're gonna win the game. That's just, you win the turnover battle 9 out of 10 times. You're gonna win the game. That's just how it is. And Carson Wentz, man, I get how you play. I know that you are like that, trying to make whatever play out of whatever you can. But that drive, the way that drive started, he was rolling to the right and he threw all the way across the field to Fulgham. It was almost a catch, but almost an interception. That was teasing us for what ended up being the interception in the end zone. You can't be doing that. I don't care how aggressive or how you play football. You should know not to throw that football at all. That's the only thing I got to say from him, though. Outside of that, he missed a couple of throws, but he played really well today. I'll give him that. There are a lot of good throws. The last 2 drives were perfection from him, so I'm fine with it. Penalties are an issue, too. Defensive penalties are a huge issue, I will say. Some of them were kind of, I don't agree with them, but most of them, yeah, there were some pretty bad ones that were made. But Daniel Jones for 80 yards. Simply Martinez, that could have been an 88-yard touchdown. So be thankful it was only 80 yards. But yes, I agree with you. The fact that nobody could see that coming, and not only that, but the fact that nobody could catch up to him, I didn't think Daniel Jones could run that freaking fast. Because I know he's not the easiest guy to bring down in the pocket. He's bigger and he's strong, but dude, holy crap, he's got wheels. Straight up, no one was going to catch him. No, from Jalen Mills to anybody on that defense, nobody was going to catch him. It was crazy, and he was running so fast than what he normally does that he literally tripped himself up. I bet you the Giants fans were crying after seeing that. Huntley needs to get more snaps. Cut Clement. Hightower is a beast. Yeah, that once I saw that, I saw him waiting on it too. Like Wentz didn't get the full, he didn't get a full throw in that. And he's waiting on it. There's nobody around him, and he caught it, broke a tackle, kept going for a little bit more. I was like, okay, I think I know where this is going. The Eagles were going to make the comeback happen. That was great though. Definitely these younger receivers, these rookies, Travis Fulgham, Greg Ward, these guys need all the snaps in the world. Even JJ, I think Whiteside caught a catch for a first down today. It was his only catch and his only target. He contributed. It kept the drive going, and that's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need massive games from one sole person. You need everybody to contribute. That's the whole point of the football game. It's a team game. You saw Richard Rodgers making a couple of good catches. You saw backups to Richard Rodgers at tight end making catches. And again, there's a lot of good. There are certain ugly things that stand out. Daniel Jones's run for 80. That whole 21-10 being down, coming up from behind, having to come up from behind, ugly. Wentz's interception, ugly. But 3 takeaways. Wentz leading this team to back-to-back touchdowns to win the game late. I mean, let's be real. This team has potential. It does. It still does. It's just a matter of, can they really just play a full game with that potential? Dude, I don't want the vets back out there. Let's cut the emotional ties. I agree. I 100% agree with you. Alshon Jeffrey, they're shopping Ertz and Alshon Jeffrey before the trade deadline. I don't think Jeffrey's going to go anywhere because of how much of a cap hit he's taking on us, and him still being inactive, or not inactive, but not able to play, injured still, recovering, not being able to play, inactive, whatever you want to call it. But Ertz, I think, is going to get the boot. I really do. I think we're going to trade him somewhere. I don't know where, and I don't know for what, but we're going to. Even though he's injured and on IR, I think it's going to happen just because he is still a talent. But Rodgers is a better provider than Ertz. I agree. The last catch that he had, that 15, 16-yarder when Wentz was rolling out to the right on the final drive, that throw and catch, it looked a lot like Ertz the way he was running and catching that. But I don't know. I feel like he can break tackles a lot more. I feel like he's been getting a lot more open. I know Ertz gets the respect from other defenses and defenders gets double teamed and whatnot, but still, I think Richard Rodgers fits the offense better. Giving him those attempts like that, it's showing it, in my opinion. You're mad that we haven't gotten Quez out there. He could have had a field day. I agree. I'm waiting on that. I really am. But again, it feels like these guys are just sold on Jackson and Jeffrey, that none of these other guys, outside of the guys that have shown and proven that they can do stuff like Ward and Fulgham, they're not going to get their chances. Now, Hightower, on the other hand, he's kind of the exception. He was a rookie draft pick, and he's gotten, with Rager out and that speed from him out, he's been the guy providing those 50 to 70-yard bombs, and it's been great. And it's funny. It makes me forget about Jalen Rager, too. It's funny. But I agree. Quez Watkins would be such a big, like the wide receivers that we have. It's like, how old is Richard Rodgers? Let's see. I think he's like 29. Maybe I think he's in the same draft class as Ertz. I'm pretty sure. 28 years old, drafted in 2014, a year younger than Ertz, and he was drafted in 2014. There you go. But yeah, only 28, and he's been around. He's played. Let's see, where else has he played? Green Bay, Philly, Washington, and then Philly again. He's been around, and yeah, definitely worth it as of right now. He's doing good for us, and I'm glad we have him here, especially with all the injuries and Ertz playing the way he's been playing. So at the end of the day, though, this game, there's a lot of ugly, especially on the D. It's just, we could have scored so much, bro. How many times? Oh my God, we were 3 for 7 in the red zone. Here, let me pull that up. Let me pull up the score real quick. Still getting the ad for it, but let's see here. Let's look at the stats in the red zone. Pretty sure we were 3 for 7. Like, we were in there a lot, and we just We just couldn't score. We just couldn't score to save our lives. We owned time of possession, not by much compared to how it ended out, but we were owning them for a while. Refs were a joke. There were a couple of really questionable calls, yeah, but like overall, it wasn't like they were all out of judgment with them, but there were a lot of questionable calls. Yeah, they really were. Keep him for 2 more years. He's providing a lot. I agree. I think Dallas, Butler, and Rodgers, those 3 for the next few years could definitely work. I agree, but we also we had more yards on penalties. We had 7 penalties for 75 yards to 9 for 62 again of the Giants. Through an interception. We both had 3 sacks, 442 total yards. We didn't even have 100 rushing yards. We had 96, but we had 346 passing yards. Wentz threw for 359, 2 touchdowns, an interception, and he rushed for a touchdown. Again, there's a lot of good. Boston's got 12 rushes, 46 yards. Richard Rodgers, listen to this stat line. Richard Rodgers, 6 receptions for 85 yards. Definitely putting in that work. If you have him on your fantasy team, there you go. Travis Fulgham had 5 catches for 73. It's funny. Travis Fulgham only had 1 targeted pass in the first quarter, then got a couple in the second, and then 3rd and 4th is where he really started to pop off, and he still got 73 freaking yards. John Hightower got his 1 for 59. Boston Scott got 3 for 46. Greg Ward got 5 for 42, and I just got a notification. We're in first place again. Wow. We're in first place again. Hope we let Hundley play more, bro. He got speed. I think with how much he provide or for how much potential he showed today, and with Miles out for most likely at least the Cowboy game, he might get some more time. But bro, we're winning the division with a 2-4-1 record, ahead of the Cowboys at 2-4. Washington's 1-5, and then Giants are 1-6. We're the only team as of right now that is on a winning streak in the division, but that will change because the Cowboys are playing Washington. That's ugly, dude. That's so ugly. I can't believe. At least we don't have just 1 win anymore. Let's be real now. At least we got 2. 2 is better than 1. But oh man, this game was such a shit show. Oh god. Plays, blah blah blah. Odds. If the Cowboys, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm picking the Washington football team to beat the Cowboys. I think it's gonna happen. I know it's very unlikely, and I know that Washington aren't the favorites, but it's a road game for the Cowboys, short week for the Cowboys, and I'm gonna be real. That defense looks so bad that anybody can score on them. The Giants put up 34 after they were averaging literally like 18 points a game, no touchdowns in 2 games. Quit rotating Travers out of the game. 100%. Like the one catch that he made down the sideline where he caught it while spinning, that was the cleanest catch I've seen an Eagle receiver make in a long time. I think since the Super Bowl, honest to God. Like some of those throws and catches that we made back there, but definitely we need to keep him. He's averaging 75 yards a game. He's killing it. He didn't get a touchdown today, but he's still putting in so much work. He's still reliable. And those really like questionable throws and catches that you don't know if he can make it or not, or Wentz throws and it's not the best, he still puts out an effort and almost gets them. Imagine if he keeps getting into this groove, keeps getting used to Wentz and everything. He's going to be making all these catches. Like he's got the hands to do it. He just needs to keep getting this play time, and he needs to get more. He needs to get more play time. He can't just be rotated in and out like this. I agree with that. Oh my gosh. I still can't believe we won this game by 1 point. I really want to know, and I'm gonna say it again. I really want to know what happened to Jake Elliott. Like, what's going on with him that he's missing all these PATs and field goals? And it's part of the reason why we're going for 2 so much. That throw in Boston was so yeah, dude. I know. I wish Wentz would look like that the entire game. He doesn't stay consistent enough. Like, I don't get why he can't throw those passes all the time. There are the moments where there's a wide open receiver. Like Travis Fulgham was like the drive where we got stumped back at, close in our end zone early on. and freaking he had Fulgham wide open down the sideline, and he missed it, and we ended up punting from our own end zone. I'm like, you overthrew him. How do you overthrow him? He's so open. He's not like, how do you do that? And there are other plays like the Boston Scott throw or any other throw that was really great, that was on the money, and he made it look easy. I'm like, why can't you do that all the time? Like, where is that gone? I don't know. I still have hope in Wentz. I really do. I still want him to succeed. I'm not buying into the Jalen Hurts shit like that. That was mostly purely emotion and just frustration. And I'm tired of, like, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm really tired of seeing Doug call those plays with Jalen Hurts, because every time Jalen Hurts goes out there, you know what they're gonna do, because he's only thrown the football once. And Doug is not being creative whatsoever with play calling, so it's like, why do you keep doing it? Everybody knows what you're gonna do. Stop doing it. You're just gonna feed into it, and they're gonna eventually there's gonna be a turnover or something bad happening from it. Well, we beat the Giants by 1 point, and now we have to wait a while before we get to the Cowboys game, which that's going to be a huge game. It's at home. Then we have our bye week, and then we're playing the Giants again. I'm not going to stay on here for much longer. If anyone else has anything else to say, anything else you want to talk about, feel free. I'm going to stay on for a couple more minutes because I am tired. And I'm still so, like, iffy about this whole game. Like, it's ridiculous, man. Just, I don't even got words for it anymore at this point. We're just so inconsistent. So, like, just, I don't know. It's frustrating. Oh man, winning the division at 2-4-1. Like, oh my gosh. Still feel sorry for Jackson. That it was, yeah, and they didn't even call the penalty on the guy that injured him. Like, I know it wasn't intentional, the injury, but he got leveled. It was a clean leveled hit that got called for unnecessary roughness. But then the guy that came in and twisted up his ankle accidentally, thinking he could be slick and try to get a free hit, and I don't know what he was thinking, because he was already down. Like, that was stupid, man. That was really stupid. I feel for him. And like, I know what we've been saying about Jackson. Like, you know, he's older. He shouldn't be trying to play anymore. We should just let the young guys take over rather than keep paying so much for him. But Jackson didn't deserve to go out like that, and especially if that's his last game in Philly. Did not deserve to go out like that whatsoever. So hopefully it's nothing severe. If it is, then I will definitely talk about it. And like, the only thing that I could say when it happened was that at least he's here in Philadelphia no matter what, because I don't think he's going to go anywhere else after this year's over, and next year for that matter. I don't think anyone's going to sign him with the injury issue, with his health issue, and, you know, just his age. I don't think anyone's going to take that offer. You know, I don't think so. So what I was saying was that at least he's here in Philly to most likely finish up his career, because he should have never left. Let's face it, Chip Kelly should have never traded him in 2014. That should have never happened, or cut him rather. But I do feel for him. I feel bad, because that hit was not okay. But I think that's going to do it, because I'm tired. It's 12 o'clock. This game was frustrating, but we won it. I guess that's all that matters, right? There's still a lot of things to do, like the turnovers. Wentz's turnovers are the biggest thing that I'm looking at. Like, the defense and his struggles. The defense isn't going to go out there and, you know, make a stop every play. You know, and they're not going to be able to look great every single game either. I'm kind of used to it at this point. That's just how defenses are. There isn't a team that is ever looking great with the defense all the time. And even if there is, have they ever won? Like, that's the biggest thing. The biggest thing that is, you know, taking us away, slowing us down, and not letting us win and be successful are the turnovers, and most of them are from Carson Wentz and his own boneheaded decisions, and those need to be fixed. I know that that's the way he plays, And even Doug Peterson has admitted to it, and he's not going to try and change him or coach him out of it or anything like that. But, man, the throw in the end zone in the second quarter, that really just started to make us back, but just really pushed us away from taking full control of the game at that point in time. It was just like, come on, man, because he's done that so many times. 2 times against Washington, 1 time against the Rams, when we're making that comeback and we're in the red zone, and then it's just, you know where it's going to go, and he needs to fix that. Like, he cannot keep doing this, especially with how many times he's turned the ball over and how much it hurts us after that, after seeing what the team does after they take the ball away from him. It's just, that's got to be fixed. And that's what I'm going to end off this at. So thank you all for tuning in, the few of you that did. And I'll see you all tomorrow. I'm going to talk more about this game, of course. Next week is going to be slow because we don't got a game until the Sunday after the Sunday against Dallas. So enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you all later on. Peace out, y'all.